Thank you very much for joining us. I'm very appreciative of my family being here today. I've got some grandchildren here, and they're the fifth generation of Taylors now in Kingsport, which we're proud to say Kingsport's our home. And the leader of our family, Catherine Taylor, my mother, will help me today with my shovel to help dig this dirt out. A little bit about this project. Taylor Property started investing out here about 12 years ago. We've seen the vision of some of the past leaders of Bristol, Johnson City, Kingsport, that they had for this area, knowing that we needed an interstate ramp, and our late Congressman Quillen was a great help of getting the interstate ramp out to this property. Exit 81 exit 81. Interstate 81 and Interstate 26. 26 carries 47,000 cars a day. 81 carries 27,000 cars. In a 20-mile radius of this site, there's over 200,000 people in our community. In driving area to here, in a 1-hour drive, there's 1 million. So you see how important this is for our region. We definitely want to appreciate, there's a lot of people that we're very thankful for. Ron Ramsey and John Campbell, Tim Whaling with the City of Kingsport, and Tony Shipley and John Lundberg. They got a bill passed to help create jobs for our community, and with jobs for our community, that helps everybody from downtown Johnson City to Bristol, Virginia. Jobs are very important, and that's very important on this project. Now, we're planning on investing Taylor Properties this year on our first phase of grading. Will be approximately 100 acres to make it ready for tenants, and we'll be spending approximately $8 million investing more in this area. We do have some letters of intent from potential clients, and we're in discussions, and soon we hope to announce a major deal on this property, but in the meanwhile, it'll take us approximately 1 year to get the site ready to grade. The Kingsport Industrial Development Board, along with myself, we have hired Ron Fullen. He's going to spearhead the project. He's with Fletcher Bright out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. Ron couldn't be with us today, but he has 30 years of experience of bringing large tenants and developments to regions. And at this time, I think most of you know him, but our own Lieutenant Governor Ron Ramsey.
Thank you, Stuart. Thank you, Stuart. And this is an exciting day, it really is, but it's been a long time getting to this point. And Stuart mentioned a lot of those factors that have gone into this with the development of the interstate interchange down here. Stuart putting the pieces of property together over time to get to this point. And I'm going to tell you, every day when I get up as Lieutenant Governor of the state of Tennessee, the one thing I think about is to make Tennessee the #1 state in the union to own and operate a business. And if you look at what Barron Magazine, Site Selection Magazine, other ratings have, we're always in the top 1, 2, or 3, according to how they do the ratings, to make as the best state in the union to own and operate a business. But I'm a small businessman myself. This morning, I just got back from Knoxville, where I conducted an auction down there and sold a piece of property. And I understand how things work. Government does not create jobs. Businesses create jobs. We simply set the stage and have that climate and that atmosphere for people like Stuart to do this. And this is exactly what it's all about. To set a climate where someone like Stuart is willing to risk $8 million in site preparation, hoping that tenants come, and we know they will. It is a somewhat build it and they will come, and it's that entrepreneur spirit that's made this country great. Those people that are willing to risk their capital, and in the end, all of us benefit. Literally all of us in the area benefit from the jobs that were created, the sales tax that will be created, the property tax that will be paid from this site, simply because Stuart is willing to take that risk and risk his capital. Now, we pass legislation all the time that make us a better place to own and operate a business, but it's rare that we pass a piece of legislation basically dedicated to a site. And that's what we did with this right here, to allow the development, the cities, working with Tim Whaley, working with John Campbell, and others of the city of Kingsport, to craft a piece of legislation that will allow a portion of the sales tax created on this site to stay here to help pay for the development. I'll tell you how good it was. we kind of put it through the legislature. I think we kind of snuck it through. After it passed, I think the governor realized it, the commissioner of revenue realized it, exactly what this could do, especially for an area like this, and thought this may explode all across the state. That we actually sunset that bill now because they realized that we couldn't take this all across the state. But thank goodness this site that we're standing on is one of only 3 in the state of Tennessee that was approved under that legislation before it was sunset. So I'm proud to be here today. This is an exciting day. Stuart and I have been friends for years. I've worked closely with him to help him get to this point. And I look forward to driving up and down this interstate as I do very often, going back and forth to Nashville and looking over here and seeing it filled with retail stores. Thank you for letting me be a small part of this. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon. This is a wonderful occasion, and I'll be very brief. I just want to thank Stuart and his family for the vision that they've got for this piece of property. I think it's going to be exciting. I'm like Ron. I think it's going to be great that we can drive by one day and look over here, and this will be just like pulling into Pigeon Forge or Gatlinburg. This place will be packed with automobiles from all across the country, and we're very excited about that. I think it's a great opportunity for the entire region. As Stuart said a moment ago, this doesn't just affect this small area here in Kingsport and Sullivan County, but this will reach out just all around. So, Stuart, on behalf of Sullivan County, I thank you, and I really look forward to this development happening. And I'm going to introduce Tom Parham, which is the Vice Mayor of Kingsport.
Thank you. It's a great day. It's really an exciting day for all of us. I had a lot of notes, but actually the previous speakers have covered almost everything I was going to say. Seriously, they did a very thorough job. This is an example, a wonderful model for a private-public partnership and what can happen when we all pull together. You've got Stuart, who's had the vision, investment to bring this together. You've got the city, you've got the county. Ron Ramsey and the legislative people brought it together, and with working with the city, with Tim Thayer and John Campbell. It's amazing what happens when all of us start working together. It's powerful, it really is. And I hope this is just an example of what we do in the future. So let me, speaking for the board, on behalf of the Board of Mayor and Aldermen, and the mayor who really wanted to be here but who's out of town, for all of us, let us add our congratulations. And the last thing on here, I'm sorry, is I wanted to introduce Jeff Fleming, who's our Assistant City Manager for Development and who does a just superb job in this area and others.
Thank you very much. I wanted to make some notes so I didn't overlook anything, but on behalf of the city staff, all the way from development services to public works to the city manager's office, we just want to congratulate Stuart on reaching this milestone. It's been a long time coming, and he's worked very, very hard, and we very much appreciate it. A very wise man once said that a community's progress should be measured in quarter centuries, not quarters. And believe it or not, it was back in 1987, 25 years ago, that the Economic Development Board purchased the first of 2 farms that were annexed into the city at that time. So those seeds have been planted a long time ago. Believe it or not, 12 elected boards of mayor and aldermen have come and gone during that time, and each one of them has had the consistent leadership to continue to invest in the infrastructure to support development at this site, from water to sewer to roads. So why is this site so strategic? It's the only interstate crossroads within 60 miles. Nearly 80,000 cars pass this site every single day. Just a few miles to the northeast, that count drops to 34,000. Just a few miles to the southeast, it drops to 50,000. So you see the strategic location here. Within 20 minutes, as Stuart said, there are 200,000 people. Again, just minutes northeast, that drops off by 50%. And just minutes southeast, it drops off by 15%. So now you see why we call this Tri-Cities Crossing. But government and economic development don't create jobs, Governor Ramsey. We didn't talk about this, I promised beforehand. But it takes private investors like Stuart, and Stuart, if you're successful, we're successful. So that's why we're here. We want to help you be successful. Thank you very much.
right, for the groundbreaking ceremony, I forgot to mention the county commission, which is very important to us. But with the dignitaries, the KEB, and the Kingsport economic boards, the chamber, would y'all join us and get a shovel for the groundbreaking?